everything freezes and crashes. Okay, so what is going on, everyone? We had, as Tom kind of gave a brief synopsis, but if anyone wanted to jump in with some extras, I know not everyone was in here just yet, but we had a pretty productive night last night, at least as far as game time night. What is everyone looking to do now that we are, like I said, we're getting ready to move out. It's like the plan is in place and getting going. Is there anything else that anyone wants to do or think of or throw out there before we start stepping forward?
Tinker would like to ensure that we can get a full night's rest, if possible.
Mm-hmm. You guys are fully healed with a long rest as of last night.
Nice. Tinker would also like to. Tinker would like to make like an Arcana check subtly, if possible, um, on our newest touched party member. Not new party member, but our newly gifted party member, to see if I can understand exactly what is going on with them.
Okay.
Meaning, like, is there
Wispy?
something? Yes, like, is there? I mean, I was gonna say Shags, but like, is there is there anything that is maybe obvious or like observable that that Tinker could kind of, I guess learn about or whatever with regards to him?
Possibly. Let me see something. Nope, didn't want to do that. Meant to do this. And this. Should always get all the character sheets out.
Largely because Tinker realizes, as weird as last night was, he now has a party member who has access to knowledge and maybe things he can imbue his own like tech with that he's never known about before.
All right, so yes, just trying to get some of the characters up so I can see if there might be a more applicable skill to try and roll this on. But yes is the answer, and Arcana might be it.
I probably won't succeed, but I'll
very likely
try. Let's see what we get. Oh, pretty good roll. 21.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely you understand that there is something else going on with Wisp, with Shags, with no, is he St. Louis right now? Or is he? No, he was Shags, right?
No, I think
He's a
I know
new
you had
persona.
revealed yourself as Shags.
Wait a minute. Have you become a Tinketeer? Are you another Tinker right now?
Is he considering it?
I'm excited he might be.
No, I accidentally muted myself saying no 30 times.
hello. All right, there it goes.
Yeah.
Mic came undone. No, I wasn't considering it. I heard that part. No. I think because I thought he saw through my disguise that I became Wisp temporarily while getting the blessing, and then I would have redisguised myself as Saint Louis coming out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I think that was my feeling, or I thought really hard about doing that.
Okay. No,
And
that's fine. Just, like as we're walking out the door and stuff, it's like, are you still Shags? It's like, ah, shit, no. Yeah, it's like, no, we're in, battle mode or whatever we want to do. So, okay. And yeah, you are aware that there is some sort of power, some sort of presence that's kind of around and making some sort of power within him, even more than what you can gather from what you guys all got, which was basically a bless spell for the next, what did I say, 6 hours or something like that. And so you do know that he has something else and more from a power that you aren't really completely aware of, but like you're aware that it did something to him, but you're not sure of all of the effects and what the nature of the power is.
Tinker pulls out a little black steno notebook with like a flip top. He starts going, Day one, what is going on with this guy?
End of journal.
and then he just throws it over his shoulder and walks away.
Gets rid of it.
That's priceless.
Then the next day he has a brand new notebook. Day 1.
Day 2. No, day 2. So if anybody wants this story, they have to collect the notebooks around
I mean,
town.
there is definitely that. There's a Skyrim approach that you can do to it, where it's just like, hey, note 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or something like that. Or it could just be every day is a new day 1 for this new journal. But either way works.
Fair.
So yes, you do sense something. There is even something more. There is a presence that it's not like it's within Wisp or anything that you can really even. It's not like you can sense that there's something taking over him or anything like that. Even if there were, you don't get that sort of sense. It's just more of there's something else, and again, the nature of which is not really known, but
Okay.
something.
No, that's fair. That's fair.
And it's helping, and it hasn't been harmful to you or all of your, would they be compatriots?
Yeah, I think Tinker has. I think that's a good word. Tinker sees them as allies. There was that whole like I was floating away thing, and for some reason, and I got brought back to ground before I got taken to prison. So that was helpful.
Well, you
He
didn't
loves
get
the.
taken to prison.
No, I'm just saying, like, there was that whole scene, and
Yeah.
then there was later that night he got taken to prison. So, like that happened. And then, of course, he loves texting, aka sending stone messaging Keone, and just trying to find where she is. So he sees these guys as allies for sure. And the
Yeah.
turtle guys, he's fine. He's okay.
Oh, this is where it is. Okay. All right. And so you guys were just all right. In that case, we're going to move on with the plan. Does everyone remember what the plan was? Or at least one person being able to.
I remember there being fireworks. I remember that being the distraction. There was that. And then I thought we were gonna send Keone, but then we were like, no, this is the leader of a guild. We're gonna do this together. So we made the distraction team smaller, and the rest of us are going to just try and find this leader of the Theodore. We were trying to go stealthy, right? Right, Jen? Pretty sure.
Testing. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
It's
me-
muffled, but yeah, I can hear you.
Hold on.
Keep not doing.
Okay, how about now?
Perfect.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, we're going stealthy, but team distraction is not separating from us. The distraction was going to be set and rigged to go, so that nobody was required to be there. It provided Tinker could actually make that happen. Tinker wasn't Tom wasn't there, I think, when we were talking about it, so we didn't know if it was
Yep.
possible for Tinker to set a mechanism that could have fireworks start to go off for a period of time at a
Specific,
specific
So-
occurrence.
The one thing, if Tinker is able to do that, great. If not, there are people that are, I don't want to say expendable, just not as valuable that could set that up. Not that it's hey, whoever sets
Okay.
this up is gonna explode. But now there are some things that could come up out of that if it's not fully automated, because now there's
Mm-hmm.
some potential human / elf / whichever race error possible in this. So, but that is a possibility.
Cool. Yeah. So that's ultimately we're gonna go in stealthy. We want to stay together.
Mhm.
I think that there were some questions about whether or not there was any sort of underground entrances or sewer tunnels or anything like that. The answer was pretty much no. Fireworks was the distraction. We definitely wanted to be together because this guy looks like pretty badass, and no one of us would be able to actually take him out. And you might want to pop his picture up because I don't remember who we were missing last time we played, but it was a couple of us weren't here.
Okay, so
I think.
we have.
I don't know if it was Eric and Tom. You guys were at airports, maybe? Oh, was that it?
Possibly. But I feel like there was one in between where we were setting this up.
Yeah,
After the ones that we weren't there for, and then in between.
Okay.
I think I missed one when I was coming back from Cincinnati, and that may have been the setup for this, because the last thing I remember was being, it was the bestowing of the eldritch gifts to TJ.
Okay. So then you weren't with us when we came back up from the dungeon and we're in the mansion and everybody was slaughtered. Were
Yeah.
you there for that?
I was there for that. That was fun.
Okay.
I don't remember that. I mean, if I
No,
was
you
party, but then I wasn't.
Because
I
we
was not there
dragged
for
you
that.
over. That's right. Okay, yeah, let's go back here.
I wasn't there for the Eldritch stuff, though. I was not.
Oh.
unfortunately. I
So
wasn't
some
there
pretty
for the
sick stuff
dungeon.
happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as you guys came back up from the underground basement sort of thing with the increase to Crazy Shags' power, you notice that all of this has happened. And then you moved on into kind of what is now considered kind of the war room, I guess, at the time, to discuss the plans that we are now just going over of getting over to go after the Theodar. Now I'll bring us back over here so that I can, as was said, show you that this is Yantal, and this is who is going to be taken out first, because the opportunity that has arisen has presented itself where he will be outside of the protective tower with not much for guards. So he is he looks
like such a nice guy.
He's what I imagined Santa to really look like.
I mean, he obviously has to have this sort of, power.
I'm sorry,
pull all those gifts off? Come on.
It's Arcana Santa.
Grow up.
Santa Arcana. Yes.
Yeah. So he is going to be vulnerable, so they're going to start with him. So that way there's only 2 left that they then have to take care of. One of which is this guy, the name of, I believe it's Atrill, Atrill. And then the other being Sartok.
And that's the one we have to go after, correct? Was it No Neck or
I thought it was Santa.
Male Ziada? No.
No,
the other,
Santa's the vulnerable one.
Yeah, that's the one we were going after.
No, that's not the one we are going after.
Yeah.
He's gonna be vulnerable, and so you guys have to sneak in.
Tinker wants that shield
to take care of this guy. Yeah.
Oh, is it this one?
I could be wrong. But now that I'm changing it to this one, I'm not wrong anymore.
Okay.
If I did say the other one,
you told us. Wait a minute. You told us. Okay, you told us the one that we were going after. Most of his defense or most of his power came from his sword. Is that this one, or the other one?
So no, it's the other one. Or I don't know if that was the one. I know that I talked about the fact that this guy did have, a draining sort of ability from his sword. I don't know if that's because that's the stuff that you guys knew about, just like because of just information, and it was relevant because you were going after him. But I think that, and if I didn't say,
we were asking about him.
Right. I think you guys were just asking about like what these guys have for abilities, and stuff like that.
Pretty sure we were asking about that guy specifically because we were going after that one because he was our.
That could be the case. If not, we're going after this guy.
I want to design. I want to design gloves. Yeah, I want to design gloves like this guy has, because those look like they hurt if you punch anything.
I was noticing all of the knuckle plating that he does.
That's crazy.
Each of the individual knuckle plates that are on there.
I said this one was like a male version of Ziada, and that was what her shield, her bashing shield looked like.
Right. Yeah. And this guy, there has been information that you've heard about this one, and this is the one that you're going after. That he has incredible strength, and he tosses people around like rag dolls.
Ooh, if he has a fucking belt of giant strength, we're killing him, and I'm taking it.
Tinker wants it. Tinker has no need for it.
Exactly. He just wants it because I've been talking about it the entire campaign.
Well, I love the fact that like the reason you want it is just to round up your strength, not because it's beneficial, just because like I don't like having a low score.
Hold on, no. To be fair, Tinker's like, I just want to pick up bigger things in the shop. That's all.
Okay, so we're going after this guy now.
Yes.
But both of those guys, not Arcana Santa, both of the other guys are going to be in the fortress at the same time, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And Santa Arcana is going to be targeted first, and he's going to be targeted by the leaders that we're talking to of Nunarim, correct?
Yes.
So they're going to take him out first, and then our team goes in with another team that we don't know who's going to go in after the Blood Sword guy.
Johnny Redsword.
Yeah. Like, are these guys getting hit at the same time by two different teams?
So you guys are the Yontal is being killed by these guys who are here. Why can't I select them? It's on the wrong layer. So all of these guys here, at least I shouldn't say all of them. Her, him,
Oh shit! I like that guy.
and her.
I don't like her. Who was? Can you show the first her though? I didn't see it when you put it up.
Yep.
I don't like her either. Yep. No, get rid of her.
Wow. Tom is sexist. Obviously, that's the only.
Yep. I just like dudes.
explanation.
I just like dudes. That's my thing. It's just the dudes.
I'm buffering, so I only see the dude with like blades surgically attached to his appendages. That looks pretty gnarly. I would not want to go against him.
Yeah, that guy looks.
I know you guys have seen. I think Farla.
Listen,
Mhm.
the first.
Yeah, it looks like Farla's brother.
The reason I don't like. The reason I don't like.
Little bit.
Oh man, that dude is so cool. That dude is cool. It also looks like he's in a lot of pain. So like
Yeah, but he looks like he likes it.
Right,
No, that face does not look like joy. There's not a lot of joy in that face.
Yeah.
Right,
Also-
I mean, but he likes it.
Also, he looks really thin, like almost waif thin. Like maybe, I mean, his legs look like he might be jacked like for jumping, but as far as strength, maybe not so much.
That's just the pants.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to give that guy a bro hug. I would not. No thanks.
You'd be safe.
Yeah.
You
That
say
blade, that blade
on-
on his
that's on
back
the
can't be
outside.
that sharp.
How,
You say
I
you say
mean-
that, but I feel like there's blades we're not seeing. That's and also in the
Okay,
hair, in the hair.
Right, I was gonna say,
there-
yeah, the
there
tip of
is
the
that
hair.
one, which is awesome. I
The
love
fucking
that one.
range. Yeah.
Yes.
Like, what's his range on that shit?
that
15,
actually,
20?
yeah, that is like a 10-foot. I didn't. You know what? It's funny because I saw the hook at the end, obviously, but then there's all the different ones in
Yeah,
the
sticking
hair.
out. Yeah, and they might be further up too.
So I'm kind of curious as to how he doesn't cut his hair off.
he never
with
stops
the-
running. He
Right.
never stops running. It's just behind him
blades,
all
the
the time.
blades can never catch the hair.
He hates office meetings because he has to run around the table the whole
He's-
time the
he's
meeting's
just-
happening.
He's just Sonic. You know, he's got to go fast.
Ah!
But
I would say
also,
wait.
his,
I would
his-
say more tails, but yeah.
both of
so.
both of the blades on his elbows are kind of chipped and stuff. If
So
you
he's
see that.
not Wolverine. It doesn't grow back.
Well, I mean, does that stuff even? I mean,
Oh, yeah.
his
No, it
blades
does.
don't grow back.
Adamantium? They just don't break.
Right.
No. Well, no.
Wolverine.
So if you break his claws,
But his natural.
They grow
claws.
back?
if
Oh,
you
right.
break,
His,
yeah, they will grow back.
Right.
Yes. And
Well, this part's the not natural part on him.
oh, you mean he wasn't born this way? Oh, okay, I see.
No,
I
he
see.
is lady. He's lad Gaga.
he would have split his mother coming out in half if he
Gross.
was born that way.
just gross.
I mean, not that
this
women
is
don't
la-
get split in half already.
You know what?
this is
You
lad
know what?
Gaga,
My
and he
daughter was born in a really fucked up way. We don't need to talk anymore about this. Gross. I'm all done. I'm all done. Thanks, everybody.
This is a
Good night.
CDEFG section.
Good night. You know what? We didn't have a conversation at the start of this adventure about what our safe spots were. No thanks. Moving on.
Not feet. All right, got it.
Yes, my daughter was born out of my wife's feet. Fuck you, Kevin, for bringing it up.
Bro.
God damn it.
Okay.
Uh,
I
Um,
don't even know where we are now.
yeah.
I can't stop looking at this guy's hair. Anyways, moving
Okay,
on.
I'm clicking away. All right, so
All
these
right.
are the three. All right, so the plan is these three are going to go and kill Yantal, and then they are going to come back, and you guys have the opportunity because that's going to set off the alarms. You're going to have the opportunity to try and get into the stronghold before that happens, before the security is really amped up. But then once that happens, um, they're gonna try and sneak in and get the other guy, and that's what the whole plan is. So you guys have the opportunity to get in there beforehand and kind of start making your way through before everyone's on guard.
I am also going to suggest those. That fortress is right on a dock or a pier of some sort. There's all those boats around it. Is that accurate? Or is it a cliff? Like, what is?
Well, it is more of a cliff with a wall on the outside there.
Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. And are those little docks that come off? Not off of the fortress, but like to the left.
But
Are those
like
little
here.
docks? Yeah.
Yep,
That
there's
and that.
little docks all over the place, sort of things.
Okay.
All-
And are there boats usually attached to those docks, or are those like empty docks?
Not really. Most of the docks that are on this side are kind of because it's just like a one-way sort of thing. You come down, you stop, you drop your stuff off, and you keep moving. It's the best thing I can think of is almost like an airport, like drop off sort of section.
Yeah. Okay.
Drop off or pick up. It's just like, all right, fucking keep moving. We've got more boats coming in.
Okay. And so it's going to be nighttime that we're doing this, correct?
No.
Or is this going to be like full-fledged day, morning?
This is the beginning of the day. This is the morning.
Okay. And so the boats that are going through this canal are pretty much just kind of constantly moving. You just see them dock. They'll stay there until they're offloaded and they go back out.
Yep.
Correct?
Yep.
Okay. I was just wondering if there was some way that we could like rig some of the boats to explode as well.
Well, what if
because fireworks going off in the middle of the day like is more is
Not
what if we just had a boat? What if we just paid for a boat to come in from over here, you know, and it travels down,
blow the fuck up
thing, and then it like stops like, you know, right next to wherever we need it to stop, and it just like explodes, and that like creates that triggers that kind of reaction to it.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I know. Fuck yeah, I'm awesome.
Yeah, you're on. Yeah, so yeah, maybe like a ship exploding and like a whole bunch of crazy fireworks, you know, coming off of it too, because fuck, you know, we know Tinker likes fireworks, so he's gonna make everything be fireworks anyway.
We'll put some.
I really
some
like to
zazz
explode
on it.
things.
Yeah, exactly. That's Tinker style.
I feel like that should be a TikTok trend, Tinker style. Just saying.
Tinker style.
A TikTok trend.
A TikTok trend in the Tink, made in the Tinker style.
Formulated in the Tink tank. This is Tink style.
On Tinker Talk.
Yeah. Okay. So when we level up next, I'm gonna create Tink Talk for all the people of this city.
I don't even know what I'm referring to with this, but for no reason at all, something that popped into my head was 2 in the Tink, 1 in the stink.
Tink goes, yep, that's right. That works.
I don't know what that means, and I don't want to think about it. But I was like, hey, that's something. So let's say words. Now, I am not opposed to this. I like this idea of blowing up the ship. The question is, how are you setting this up and getting it all able to happen?
With our underground syndicate, with these people in front of us, we just tell them, "Yo, get us a ship,
Because we
load
asked
it full of a
and
bunch
they
of
say,
explosives." Like, do we really have to plan
Do
it
your
all out? Come on,
do
do it.
your shit, dum dums.
Yeah. At
right,
the same time, every single tavern in Theodore rigged them to explode too.
right.
Tinker
And
goes,
also,
"Oh my
according
god,
to
we
your
can do that!"
timetable, you've got like 2 hours, so get on it. Chop, chop.
Yeah, hurry it up. You got a whole bunch of fucking people.
Yeah, you go to them
You
and they
don't
just
do
You
it.
already
say,
gave us our mission. We have to
Wait,
kill
wait,
a
wait.
bad guy. That's
Wait,
what we
wait.
have to do.
Dear,
Wait, why
dear,
did we choose them?
dear team, not us. Dear, what do we
Dear
call? Not
the
hirers. Dear contractors. If you don't do what we demand, we're gonna murder everybody in your spaces too. Just letting you know. There you go.
And I just put it down. I said, ignore him.
I don't know what she's saying. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. And he just stabs like a tree. You're like, that's a tree. What are you doing? Just stop it.
Tink, if you have anything to say, just say it into the rock.
Oh, all right. He just goes over, starts talking into it. No, he just goes to a rock in the middle of like a square. He's like, "Hey, how you doing? What's going on out there?"
Perfect. Any rock works, Tink. Any rock works.
I know, right?
Do we have any druids in here that are gonna get mad at him stabbing the tree? No.
It-
Good.
Even if we don't, somewhere in this city, for sure, for sure.
Right. Gonna be dealing with someone. Oh my god! I heard you did this.
Why would you even do that?
Well, what's the tree doing? So okay. So you guys would be able to. I mean, they can like try and help with some of the stuff, but it would have to be a little bit of your legwork to get a boat that you'd be able to set up and take care of. There's time to be able to do this.
All right, cool. That's
It's
Tinker's
just-
job.
It's just a matter of.
I'm on it. No, maybe not.
I have another question.
Yes.
These dead bodies in here, can we make them undead? Not like alive, but undead.
Yes. It's funny hearing like people trying to avoid saying like they were killed on certain things.
The suicides.
to avoid demonetization. It's like they were undeaded. It's just like, wait, are you
They're
talking
unalive.
about necromancy or do I play too much D&D? Okay, I play too much D&D. Got it. So yes, you can either one of those potentially if you have the ability and the components.
Yeah. I'd like them to be undead and set out amongst Theodore,
Hold on, wait.
creating havoc.
Just as a thought, like, what if we put them on the boat with the fireworks, so that as the boat crashes in and the fireworks go off, a bunch of undead just get unleashed at that point.
I don't know. I think we might lose some of them in the crash.
It's
And
okay.
I mean, I like where you're going. I smell what you're stepping in.
I'm just saying that, like, if the fireworks were to go off and, like, let's say these battle ready supervisors, right? Like head guardsmen, whatever, are just like, go and take care of that. Report back. But if the report comes in that there's like explosions and undead in the city, that's more likely to draw more forces out to go deal with that kind of thing.
For sure. I was just thinking that they weren't going to come from the same place. Okay. We have to split forces. You know what I mean? So like the people defending the area have to kind of split up.
Have to go different ways in order to deal with the scenario.
Yeah.
Yep, gotcha.
That's what I was thinking.
So like,
but your visual is much cooler
to drag people
for sure.
away.
I went more anime. Admittedly, I went more anime. So yes.
So,
it is like
so if I'm understanding correctly, the idea is to try and drag the people away.
Drag the people away.
Like
what?
Drag like the guard. So like Tom was saying.
Oh yeah, to lure them away.
We have
lure
a lot
them,
of people coming. It's like exactly. It's like, yes,
Yeah.
we're trying.
We
to
want
help you.
attention to be elsewhere, not on that tower.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try and procure a ship or something. Some way of
I would still also love taverns to explode if we could, but I understand time is limited.
So I guess we all right.
Maybe like
How
alchemist
mu-
fire, we could just have them be on fire. That's fine too. They don't
How
have to
much? Yeah.
explode.
How much do we have for a destroyinationing material?
Us personally, our characters.
Yes. Like, what's our
I
ability
have
to?
oh, I do have several vials or flasks of alchemist's fire. I just have to look in my inventory and see. Oh shit, I forgot about those.
I think I have a brand new plan.
I got a better idea.
Right.
Yeah, hold on, guys. I'm gonna walk everywhere, and nobody's gonna recognize my footprints. Um, so I have four flasks of alchemist fire. Tinker for sure has fireworks.
I feel like we talked about this before because at one point Tinker didn't know where everybody was and he made fireworks and basically walked through the city going, "Coyote, where are you?"
He
So
was setting off fireworks
Yeah.
that were saying,
Yeah.
"Kiyomi, where are you?"
you know what?
No,
Yes,
it's just
you
saying
are right.
Keone.
You are right.
They weren't
That's right.
saying it; they were spelling it.
I had to simplify it, so it just said Keone everywhere in
Yeah.
the city. Yes, you're right. Yep.
I also have 2 flasks of straight up oil. 1 vial of poison, which might do some good. Might take somebody's strength down a couple notches. I don't know. And a tinder box. That's what I have for fire and explosions. And a bag of ball bearings. That would cause some chaos.
Oh, I do.
Yes.
I have some of those as well. I have. Well, I have access to Smith's tools and Tinker's tools, and at one point I think I argued that I would have access to a gunsmith's tools. Oh, I do have a tinderbox. Yep, no, I have that. And Kevin, could I roll a
Uh-oh.
could I roll a sleight of hand check to maybe create a pressure cooker that we could put said ball bearings in and really Boston Marathon this, which by the way, I have a horrible memory of being there on that day, but that's the best reference I can come up with.
Okay. So, what materials would you use to make this pressure cooker?
So what I would do is I would try and create a glass vessel or ceramic, either way, in which I would put powder, like gunpowder, which I have access to thanks to previously setting off fireworks. And I would put the ball bearings into that mixture. And then what I would do is I would create an acidic um, formulae. Maybe it's like, a vial of acid or something along those lines, which I'm sure I have something along those lines, or I could get that.
You have a poisoner's kit.
I
So you
have a
can like
poisoner's kit, so
make
some kind of acid, where
yeah.
basically what would happen is the the person delivering said fry cooker of death would place it somewhere and push a vial in, and the acid would start to drip down onto the powder, the gunpowder that's in there, that's the ball bearings are resting on, and at a certain point, the acid to gunpowder ratio would create an explosive percussive event, and then the thing would explode. And I am fully describing what terrorists have done at this point, so I will stop talking.
Okay.
But yes.
Right.
The one thing that I got really hung up on was when you said, and then whoever it is, they would go and they would push the violin, and it's just like, what did the violin do? Where you have to
Hit
push
violin.
It played a really shitty song, is what it
Right.
did. But
Oh,
yes,
Some Lindsay
poor
Sterling
carpenter
shit.
who
Actually.
blames the tools. So, all right. So for some reason, you now hate bards after that tournament. You push over his violin.
I don't
Like a
hate bards.
fucking-
I just love our no. I just love our bard above all others. That's
Right.
all.
He's the bardiest of all bards. That's why.
Right.
The Bardy
That's
B.
why I won.
Some people say Cardi
barely
B, but
trying to
it's
sleep
Bardi
with
B.
everyone. So, is he the
Not
bardiest?
trying, fucking succeeding.
He is doing it.
He done did that shit.
Okay, so right now there are a bunch of different things where we have explosion generators and alchemist fire and stuff like that. So where are you thinking? I know you were talking about the ship and it blowing that up and potentially other things as well if possible. Now how would that be the case? Where are you going to try and get a ship? Are you hiring a ship? Are you trying to get a ship that...
Tinker has 182 gold on it that he's willing to help with this.
That's a surprising number to hear.
Mm-hmm. Tinker's a
No, he got
surprising-
it. The
Oh.
that was from our loot, our jackpot, because our bard won.
Yeah.
So we split our jackpot.
Cool.
And Tinker hasn't, surprisingly enough, gone to jail in that time. So
Tinker, well, and
It's-
Tinker has
it's
also
only
not
been
spent
like
any
15
money.
minutes, so...
right,
Yeah.
and he's
Did
about
I
to explode
stutter?
half a fucking town. So we'll see.
So
Right,
hold on.
exactly.
So for anybody who plays in the Pirates game, I am not playing Tinker to be Hal, but the fact I'm about to help explode a city makes me so happy. So
You're
just
totally
to...
Hal right now.
I'm not playing Hal to be Hal, but since Hal is here, it's like, wait, what?
since Goblin Hal is here. Oh man! All right,
Okay,
I will
so-
be. I'm gonna run to the fridge. I'll be right back.
So, ship time. What are you guys looking to do?
My preference is always to steal a ship or falsely negotiate for a ship where
Okay.
we don't have to really spend money. I don't want to spend money on a ship we're gonna blow up.
That's
We're never gonna get that deposit back.
Well,
Uh,
you could.
So
It
I
would
mean,
just be more stuff that you need to do.
right.
Well, now we have to either steal or kill. Oh my God, the chores never end.
I know. It's like the list just continues.
So all right. What would you like to try and do? Would you like to try and steal it or negotiate? Excuse me.
Whatever. It's up to everybody else. It's up to the rest of the folk. I'll do whatever. I can definitely negotiate the shit out of that with persuasion and deception. Or we can. I mean, it can't be that much to fucking rent a ship. So we'll tell them we'll only need it for the day.
Yeah. Well, you know that renting the ship is, it's gonna come with, like,
A crew.
the crew. Exactly.
Yeah.
So now with dealing with that sort of stuff, and it's early, but again, even the spots that you know of, like, there's not gonna be like a lot of people, like a lot of crews that really stop and completely unload. there's gonna be some ships that definitely do that. They get rid of a lot of people. They offboard, however many, because it was a passenger ship or whatever. So they're getting rid of most of their quote unquote cargo is all the people. So there may be different situations that are happening that you could take advantage of depending on what you're looking to do. But again, you do know that there are going to be ships that are, like if you're trying to hire, they're not just going to be like, oh, here's the keys.
Right, exactly. And now we have to, then we're going to be killing a crew, potentially, and exploding their livelihood.
I'm totally fine with that.
Well,
while they're not.
It's funny that it's like we're going to kill them and then explode their livelihood. I mean, how are they going to live on that? Actually, we're doing them a favor. I'm totally behind this plan now.
Well, we're going to destroy their livelihood first, and then potentially kill them. And leave them stranded on the other side of the continent.
Yeah.
And so there's no local ships, like people who literally that's what they do. That they're not merchant ships, but they rent their ships out, or they charter, or they give people rides to other places across the sea. We don't have any of those folk here.
Oh, there's definitely stuff like that happening, but it's not really like anything where they really stick around for too much. It's kind of a in and out sort of thing. Because it's not really, hey, they're gonna dock. There's very few times that people really sit and dock. The ones that really kind of sit and stay are these ones. I don't know if you can see that on this. Let's see if I can try this one. Are these docks up here more than anything? Like that sort of stuff. Because
they sit and stay.
They're the people who are staying here, and if they wanted to get to the city, they've got this that they can do. But that's an entirely different class than what we're talking about with most of the people who come through here. Through the little area.
Could we just maybe rig some of these little docks to explode and set shit off? Or do we think that that's not enough of a distraction to actually draw guards' attentions because there's no ship involved? Anyone?
Sorry, I was muted. I was trying to say, so what if we excuse me, we go with that original plan of the pressure cookers in bars, and then so the minions kind of run out and do that, and whether or not that causes any actual damage, who knows, but it creates enough of a stir that people have to go and check. You got to go and look at it, especially if it's in proximity to the location. And then the whole boat coming by, we could literally just tell a boat, pull up, let this stuff off, and then pull away. But when fireworks goes off, people are going to be like, I don't know what that is, we got to go check it out, kind of thing, right? So, or at least that's what I'm thinking. So,
all right, so
that's the thing.
This is going to be a little weird, but everyone give me an insight check.
Ooh, I like those. I don't like those.
Ooh.
Okay.
18.
So Keone and Bortle are the ones that really are picking up on the fact that the city itself is in a state of very what's the word? I almost have the word. It's almost
turmoil.
High alert.
Yeah, something along those lines. Just in terms of there's a lot of stuff going
9/11.
on. The tension is built. Tom is going next. He's going to talk about Pearl Harbor, and then
Theodore Harbor. Are we at the level of Theodore Harbor? I mean, well, we are about to be terrorists, but yes.
So, um, you know, enemies of America, greatest hits.
Work, life, work. Here we go. Doing it.
So the city is kind of on high alert. High alert. There's a lot of tension, especially with the recent attacks that had happened.
Right.
Just everything that's been building up between the factions and moves that are starting to be made, and just everyone's kind of on edge, sort of thing. So the idea, you could get away with this sort of stuff of going from tavern to tavern, but it might also be something where unless you are super sneaky, you might get on people's radar, and if they catch on to any of the different little bombs or anything that you're creating, that's kind of a there goes your stealth potential.
Kevin, what is the name of the city that we're in right now?
Fuck, I don't remember. Hectrasay.
Bombs over Hectrasay! Just saying. You're welcome.
Thanks. So.
What did Hector say?
So yeah, there is. What did Hector say? Ding 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 ding. Ding. No. So
What
there
did
is
Hector
that.
say?
That like the going from tavern to tavern might be something. If you guys can pull it off, it might cause such panic and chaos that those guys could take care of Yontal and sneak right in and help out, or it could
Wait a minute.
bite you in
What
the
do we
ass.
have? What do we have as like powers? Like what? I'm sorry. Let's just do a quick roll call. So like artificer, Dolan. What are you?
I'm a rogue.
Rogue. All right. Wisp. What are you?
Tinker.
You like to know.
Weather
You're a
boy.
baker, candlestick maker.
What do you like to know, Tinker boy?
Work with me for a moment. Like what is? Wait. Okay. How about this? What is your
It's like we're
main?
meeting for the first time, Tinker. I'm so.
What is
Session
what?
zero,
You know.
right
Hold
now.
on. Hold on. Is anybody shocked that Tinker/Tom doesn't know who the people he's playing with are playing? No, no one should be shocked by this.
And I like the fact that he went up and it's actually he's talking to Louis Cypher.
Yeah.
Saying,
Hey, what do you
St.
do?
Louis.
Hey, St. Louis, what do you do?
No, that's him,
all right,
you asshole.
all right. Apart from like eldritch knowledge, who are you? What do you do?
What, I breathe? No, I don't really breathe that much. I'm an air genasi. What do I do? I make illusions. A whole bunch of other stuff. What are you looking for in particular?
Do you control anything beyond illusions in the sense of like, do we have anybody that controls animals or something that could move something from one place to another? The idea being that if we created enough of these pressure cookers and we convince like rats or cats or something to just run them through the city and drop them off, so like
Bats.
explosion, good rhyme scheme
Or
there.
someone's
But
lats.
yes, put them on someone's lats as they're like at the gym. So not only are we hitting bars, but we're hitting the gyms too. This is how we fuck up an
Rats,
economy.
cats, bats.
And lats.
Hide them in some vats.
All right, fuck up the witches' cauldrons too. But
Right.
do we have anybody who could do that to like convince, like or maybe even if somebody has access to like an unseen carrier or like an unseen servant or something like that?
No, I don't have that.
Well, shit. In that case,
All right. So instead of a weirdly very specific question, Wisp, what is it that you do, though, aside from not breathe all that much? Because who cares? I don't have to, bitch.
I know a few spells. Let's see here. minor illusion. Casting these illusions. I can deal a lot of damage. I don't know. We're gonna see as it goes on, I guess. To reveal things. But there isn't anything like that I have that can like mass manipulate people or control things. But yeah.
All right. What about Bortle? Maybe we just give it a Bortle, and Bortle runs through the town firing like pipe bombs into every bar he can see as he runs.
Well, we already know Bortle is a Ninja Turtle, but
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying.
not
Like
to
as
steal
a
your thunder, Bortle. We just know
as
how great of a stealth character you are.
well, no, not, I'm not saying being stealthy. I just mean like somebody that's running as fast as they can, and every time they get to another bar, they just fire a fucking pipe bomb in there and run on.
See, he's even so stealthy.
My underground
you know?
contact who knows other underground people. So, like, there are potentially a bunch of people that none of us know what they look like. Could be, kind of instructed to coordinated strike.
Well, wait, Kevin. So I have a question. So as an investigator,
Distribution network.
with my background as an investigator, could I make a check of some sort, whatever you want, that I could find like a dirty druid that would summon like a rat swarm and just run these to every bar and make them blow up? I love this
We're
idea
using
so much.
kamikaze rats.
Exactly. These are the explodey rats that some of you faced when you went to the Rat King's dungeon in the one-off that we did.
I'm
You probably there's really not gonna be that type of person that you really would have, like, people would have known about this person, and that would have been used all over the place by the different factions.
Well, what I'm saying is, I don't know that the factions know how to make bombs because that's my thing. What I do know is druids exist in this world, and where maybe nobody's thought of this yet. And if you're saying it doesn't exist, then okay, I'll stop harping. But that was my idea.
Yeah, no, in this case, just like in the city, you're not going to find a druid who has that sort of
Wants to play the game.
ability
Okay,
and
fair.
power.
Okay, all right. Nope, that's cool.
I'm thinking we just go ahead with the plan by now.
Yep.
You guys.
Yep, let's do it.
So, last week in Port Royale, I stole a ship and killed the crew. Is that the plan?
Has anybody ever seen the movie Bad Night at the Grand Royale?
No.
It's worth
I
the
think
watch.
so.
It's worth the watch. It's a little messed up, but it's worth the watch. And I feel like we're just edging ourselves towards that, where we're like, we're gonna do a thing, and then something else terrible is gonna happen with it. But okay.
So, is it Bad Times at the El Royale?
I'm sorry. Yes, you nailed it. You called me out on it. Yep. There you go.
Don't get me wrong. It's not like, oh, now you said it right. I saw it. Yeah. No, I had never heard of it. It was
I saw it as like a complete lark. Like I just went over a buddy's house at one point, and they were like, "Hey, have you seen this movie?" And I was like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, I heard it's good." We sat down and watched it, and I was like, "Yeah, that actually was a pretty good movie. Like it not great. Like I'm not gonna say it's amazing, but it's like the movie just keeps taking you to places you didn't expect it was gonna go, and that's what that does. So, and I feel like that's what we're doing right now.
Subverts your expectations.
Yeah, well, it feels like It just feels like we're setting ourselves up for what we think is the outcome, and it's not gonna be the outcome. But let's do it. Let's do
All
it.
right.
I'm ready.
So, you go. You're gonna steal a ship. I say steal a ship, kill the crew. I don't know if that's what you guys want to do.
Well, if you
But
pay them off. Whatever.
if it is, I mean, all of a sudden now you guys are. All
Killed.
roads lead to pirates. So next time when it's just like for all of those of you who are in the pirate game, it's also a pirate game.
I
So
summon Izzy. Here we go.
all right. So if that is the case, I have to grab something, and if you guys are trying to jump on a ship, let's. That one will work, right? Yeah, I think so. Oh, do I have water? I know I do.
Do you mean for you personally? Because I see water on the map.
Oh.
Yes, exactly.
And meanwhile, Eric's out there just calling out like 90 style, like, "Oh no, he did it!" By the way, if anybody doesn't know, the Sarah Jessica Raphael was like a talk show host back in the early 90s, aka
Okay. So
No one knew, Tom.
no one
It's
knew.
okay. You
Okay,
just
cool.
dated yourself a little bit.
Shut the
Fine.
fuck up, Eric. Anyways, moving on.
Her name was Sally Jesse Raphael.
No, it's Sarah. It's Sarah Jessica Raphael.
Are you confusing Sarah Jessica Parker with someone
No,
else?
no, what I'm doing is I'm morphing them together into the same person, and they're a better person for it.
Fucking Animorphs over here. What are you doing?
Sarah Sadly
Vegeta
morphs.
Rod.
Vegeta Rod. Let's do this.
Okay, so I guess that we're just gonna go with this one. I don't love it, but that's fine. It's fine.
We're also relying on Nunaram to release the undead.
Okay, there's not. Oh, come on, don't be blurry. I can just do that. Okay, perfect.
FYI, guys, I'm getting really sleepy, so
Oh my god, we need to start combat now. Let's do it.
if
Go,
I
go, go.
if I go dark, you know what happened.
Go kill some.
I'd like
kill
to
some
imagine
sailors
that
and kill some things.
as Dolan's like, I'm closing my eyes and I'm falling asleep, there's just this like reverberating cry in her psyche that goes from Tinker that's like, Coyote, we did you! And she's like, I'm going to sleep.
It's
Just
like, oh,
shuts
That
them
would put
up.
me to sleep. Now I'm
that's-
taking 2 melatonins.
Yeah, yeah. I
Right,
was
right.
thinking about staying up, and now fuck that guy.
I just mentally took the melatonin.
It's fair. It is fair.
Okay, let's see if these guys will be on there. They are perfect. Now we just have to go here. This one.
Also, Dolan never said, "Hello, how you doing? I hope you're doing okay."
She's already asleep.
She's like, I'm reserving my comments for attacks only.
Okay, so let's move you guys over to this map.
Oh no, we're on a boat. Oh no!
Well, this is correct me if I'm wrong or anything, but yeah, we don't have to jump right into combat just because we're on a map for it, but I wanted to put you guys on a ship. So hey, brought this and put this together real quick so that you guys can, do whatever it is that you wanted to do in this moment. There's, any negotiations that you guys are doing. It doesn't even necessarily mean you're on the boat right now, but just I wanted to give you guys the visual of, you're trying to get onto a boat, just a little boat. Is it a
Yeah, Tinker's gonna go up to Keone and Bortle and say, "Hey guys, I got a great idea." You know what? I can't do his voice tonight. I'm sorry. I'm losing my voice for that. But Tinker's gonna say, "I can offer. This is gonna cost me a lot in regards to spells, but I can give up to 3 people invisibility. Who wants it?"
I'm already pretty stealthy, so maybe those of us who are less stealthy should have invisibility.
So I was thinking our
Um,
barbarian friend would be good, but because of your kind of innate, I don't know, murder related kind of abilities,
is it greater invisibility or?
it's just straight up. No, only as an artificer, I have low level spells, so it's
I
just
would say save it for when we're trying to get into the fortress,
okay.
because that's when it really counts. Because we are like, if we get into the fortress, then we can have most of us just stay invisible until we find the guy we're looking for.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, then, well, I'm just saying for right now, in case we do have to sneak, do you want me to give? Do you want me to give it to the barbarian?
Do you have as many times as you can give it out in a day? Like,
Well, I can cast a spell. I have 3 second level spell slots. Invisibility is a second level spell slot, and
okay,
it lasts until you take an offensive action, basically.
right.
Like I mean, like it's like hours for the spell kind of thing. So that's why I'm saying I can do it now, and that gets us ahead of the curve.
Hmm. I wouldn't. I would honestly, I would save it until we're trying to get into the fortress today. You could make 3 of our people invisible, and I could be stealthy as fuck, and we could just kind of like sneak into the fortress and find the bad guy, and then it doesn't matter if we become visible again. I would the ship. We're not fighting a big boss of the ship, so I think the ship is small peanuts. So save it for our big nuts.
You
My 2
underestimate this ship. All right, so what's the shit? Did I mess that
So
up?
just to be clear, Tinker has that. If we get to a point, let's all try to remember that Tinker has that, so that we can work together with that. So, all right.
Okay, so what is it that you guys are looking to do with all of this?
If this is the fireworks ship, Tinker's readying a number of different gunpowder. What do we want to call them? Recipes to go off as soon as like Keone is like, do it, and it just goes. That's what Tinker's getting ready to do.
Why is this? Shit.
Did we
Okay, so
target a ship with a skeleton crew?
yeah, this is kind of a it doesn't have too many people on it. It seems like there's 3. Maybe there was a 4th deckhand. Did I put you guys over them? No, you were here first. So, it looks like there's, not a huge amount of people on this one. This is kind of what you saw being like the lightest of the options.
Okay. And they can all see each other from each other. Like it really
So-
looks like what we're looking at.
There are.
You can
Let's
clearly
do-
see from one whole end of this ship to the other.
I'll do this real quick. Yeah, that's correct.
And everybody's above board. That we these 5 people that we're looking at are above board. Or is that just
they're above board, all right.
give us an idea that there's 5 people on this ship?
Yeah, I mean, we can kind of just.
In preparation, Tinker puts on his dad jacket.
Is he a father?
And slides his weird coin into like a lapel pocket so it can be seen.
I'd have to enable that, right? It's off. That also didn't do it. Shit. So I don't know. I don't know why that's not working right now. No, it seems like it's doing something, but it's not doing what it's supposed to. So these guys are kind of in like there's an entrance right here. Oh, it is kind of working. What the? Oh my god.
That
But there's
good.
Dark
Okay.
vision. Hold on. I want.
Oh, I should definitely have better dark vision than
Yeah.
that.
But it shouldn't be dark vision. Okay. So there it is. That one now makes sense.
Okay.
So there's like a board there. I'm surprised that you can see through there. Right, Keone?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, okay. I just didn't have it all completely done. So, all right. So yeah, that's kind of what happens if you guys come on board and you see a few people up here. You see some further in as well. What are you guys looking to do?
As a consensus. Are we sneaking on, killing everyone, and taking the ship? Or are we trying to have a conversation with people and convince them to destroy their own ship and risk their lives?
I think that what we should do is offer them 50 gold to allow us to
Total?
destroy 50 gold. Yeah, 50 gold total. Listen, we're gonna give you a bag of 50 fucking gold. You take that shit, and if you let us, we're gonna break your ship. But if you do, we don't kill you. And then we go from there. And that's my thought is. So.
All right, you
Okay,
know
so
that
Tinker's not
50
entering
gold
the
is
negotiation.
yeah, you know that 50
Yeah.
gold is not going to be enough and
I don't know that at all.
Okay.
Just
Okay. 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 So that guy in green, those two guys, do they look like
hold
the
on.
blue and the
Hold on.
green?
Hold on. I just want to say this. In general spec, 50 gold is like what a character, like an NPC, a level 1 NPC would make in like 10, maybe 15 years. If
Yeah, but these
that.
guys already have a boat. They're not
right.
level ones.
What's
Yeah. No, I know.
what's
I get that.
ship cost?
But they also recognize that like we would murder them. So like here's your gig. Take 50 gold, go buy another boat, and call it even, or get
Yeah,
killed
buy
and we're gonna
another
break your boat.
But if they can't buy another boat,
Right. Then they're gonna risk their
Life's
lives.
fucking hard.
potentially.
Have you
'Cause that's their
have you met
livelihood.
Tanker? He sleeps every night
They
in
haven't.
jail. No, they
Tanker?
haven't.
So
But
they
they
don't
have.
fucking know.
Tanker? Tanker has. Tanker sleeps every night in jail. Oh!
The two guys, do they really have swords in their hands? In reality?
No, like these guys like
Okay.
on deck. No one's like prepared for battle or anything like that. But
Alright.
there is
And
like you are only really able to see most of these guys. But not I shouldn't say that. You aren't really able to see most of them
Right.
because like unless you're
I would only be able to see
saying
these two
we're getting on
off
the
of
ship.
the ship.
Right, exactly.
Right.
These two
Okay.
up at the top.
And right, exactly. So I'm seeing
unless,
these guys.
Unless like
I'm
once you come on, or like if you guys decide you're
Right.
sneaking on, you know,
Right.
game on.
Got it. Okay. And do those two look like they are of any significant rank, or are they kind of lowly folk?
No, they just seem like they're, you know, whoever. Just I work on the ship.
Okay. Like they work on the ship, not like they own the ship. Got
Where's
it.
your fucking captain?
Okay. I
Tinker yells from the
Would.
dock.
Yeah.
like
Well, no. Tinker's swinging out on a rope. Now, whether or not that rope will bring him from the dock to the boat, to be seen. But
no
he
one,
is pirating.
No one knows what that rope is connected to. It's kind of a Spider-Man situation.
to honor Tinker's wishes. I will sneak onto the boat and attempt to have a persuading conversation with these two fine gentlemen who do not own this ship.
Mm.
What would you like me to roll?
So you're trying to sneak. So like,
I'm gonna
what's
sneak
the-
on so that they don't see me get on the ship, but I do make myself known to them. But I make myself known to them in a way like, "Hey, come here. Let's have a real quick conversation about something," sort of thing. So that the other people on the ship that I don't see, I'm not making my presence known to them. I'm only making my presence known to these two guys
Okay.
that I do see.
So what is everyone else doing in the meantime?
They're preparing to kill anybody who threatens me. That's what they're doing.
Anyone.
Okay.
No, everyone. No, just everyone.
All right, so,
All the threatening things need to die.
okay. So let's
Uh,
actually figure
you
this
only-
out.
Yeah, Keone, take this ring. That's all. I just give her the ring
Okay.
to help her with those skill checks and whatnot.
Oh, thanks. That's like the bless.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's awesome.
All right. So you're sneaking on the boat, though. So anyone who is
Yes.
there with you, protecting you, would also have to sneak on.
Well, don't they have ranged? Can't they defend me from afar?
I'm right there with you.
Oh, God.
Potentially. So like, are they gonna be like on the dock, and you're sneaking
I don't know,
on?
wherever they need to be. I don't know what they have
Yeah,
or what their
Tinker
characters have or what they can
Tinker-
do.
To the
Tinker
boat.
does have advantage on stealth. So Not a great
I
stealth,
mean-
but he has advantage on it.
Are they do they have to like ninja on the side of the boat, like repel themselves,
Well,
or
the only thing is if
is Bortle
anything's
just like
happening-
floating in the water like a sea turtle?
Yes.
If anything is, happening, if they're attacking like from the docks, now it's very visible that they are doing that.
Yeah, good point. Good point. Hmm. Well, okay. How about they prepare to
Nice.
board the ship? If shit goes tits up, then the team prepares to board the ship from wherever they need to be able to board the ship in one move.
All right. Does anybody remember, or can anyone think of, the movie poster from the original Star Wars movie, where there's like the classic, like
Yeah, the
you've got Luke with the
lightsaber up.
lightsaber, and
Yeah.
Han and Leia's kind of like
Yeah,
adorn their
Han
leg.
is draped over Luke's leg. I remember
Well,
it
hold on,
obviously perfectly.
Yeah, very, very sorry. Leia is draped over Luke's leg.
That's what I said.
I like to think that Keone has entered this scenario like Luke, and
Where'd
Tinker
you get a lightsaber?
Tinker does not have a lightsaber, but is draped
Keone
around her
does.
leg, and she's like, "Get off me! Like, get off!
Right.
Like, stop hanging on!" So
You're my sister.
yeah, and he's like, "No, I'm not. I'm your wrister. What? What?" So
Okay, so sneaking on. So I'm gonna need a stealth and a persuasion. Where is your character gonna be, and what is everyone doing to set up to be able to get on board in one move?
all right, 22 for stealth from Tinker. I don't know why that rolled that again, but 22 is what I've got, and a persuasion. My persuasion is just going to be like, "I'm with her," and I'm going to roll with Keone.
Okay.
Oh fuck. Oh, what does the ring allow me to do? Does it give me rerolls or advantage? What do I do with that? Or a plus?
A D4.
Portal, you're in the water.
I'm in the water.
Okay, and then
Blub, blub, blub.
Saint Louis, what are you doing in the meantime? Are you like, how are you gonna get on the ship in one move? Are you just like 20 feet away or something?
In one move, yeah. We'll be off the side. I'll stand there with Saint Lou,
Jesus Christ.
with
Jesus.
Lucifer, whatever, Lucifer.
Right? It's
Yeah, I'm
it's not that easy.
messing it up now. Yeah.
Like I always go a little emphasized, so it's like Louis Cypher.
I have
like Louis Cypher.
an inspiration. I'm gonna re-roll that persuasion.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Well, I mean, that's better. It was better.
Yeah. And how many times can I add a D4? Like as many as I want. All the times.
I'm just gonna keep rolling d4s until. Does that succeed? No. All right. I'm gonna add another one.
Okay. 20 is my persuasion. I just don't know if there's a certain amount of times I can roll the D4. with that rank.
I would say with the inspiration and that thing, I'd say you can re-roll the d4 on that. Sure.
Okay. 20 persuasion.
So with the 20, you've definitely got their interest. What is it that you're saying
Persuading?
to them?
Okay. So I'm letting them know. I'm filling them in on a big top secret sort of thing. And I'm telling them that the city has been under attack, and there's supposed to be a large incursion today. We would like to save their lives, and also need their help. And I explained to them that we're willing to give each one of them, the blue and the green, 50 gold each. They're dock hands or they're boat hands, so they can probably get a job with any other ship. But let them know that if they help us, essentially let them know that we need to sacrifice the ship and need their help defending the city. Can I convince them to remain on the ship, to do what we need them to do, which is essentially crash the ship or blow the ship up or whatever our idea is, set fireworks off or whatnot, create, and they each get 50 gold. Do we need to destroy the ship? I'm asking our group, the DM, like, is that...
Yes!
Yeah, we do
I
need to
don't
destroy
know.
the ship.
I
Or
I know that the first thing that was suggested, I think by you, was to destroy the ship.
right, just to create like some sort of...
Right.
All right.
Like crash
All right.
into, explode.
Yeah.
Now, I don't, it's not necessarily like no, you have to destroy the ship or else go fuck yourself. It's like,
Okay.
Maybe it could just be like something weird going on. Maybe that would just be like whatever, not a big deal. So,
Right. So
again,
either
especially with you saying
whatever
that
I
it's like,
feel like that I would be able to be most likely to convince them of, that would still get our distraction that we need. So either they can crash into a smaller ship that they're not likely to take a lot of damage to. They can throw flasks of alchemist fire onto pertinent places. They can shoot off fireworks. And if the ship, gets destroyed, then they would obviously have to go on to another ship. But regardless, they each get 50 gold for doing that, and they don't tell anybody that we were here. And we can give them a signal, like Tinker can throw something up into the sky, some sort of skywriting or whatever he does, to give them a signal to like start now. Distraction begins now.
Oh, you know it! I can do it.
Do I convince them?
okay, so
to help us?
they are convinced to help you and everything to that effect. The like throwing alchemist fire is probably something that they wouldn't be able to do for a few reasons. One, they're not really feeling that, but the other thing is it's only got the 20-foot range, and to try and get like really close to try and
That's
get
fine.
to certain places.
Okay.
And but yeah, they're willing to work with you. And
do they have stuff to offload? Are they offloading product?
No, they just did. They were
They
coming
already did.
Yes.
Okay.
They were actually just sitting at the dock briefly before they were going to move down and see if they could pick something else up.
Uh-huh. Okay. Yeah. So they're okay with destroying their ship?
I mean, for 50 gold?
Each?
It's not... Yeah, exactly. It's not my ship.
Okay. Cool. Then we need the ship to go to blow, guys, and preferably make it near a dock or some other something. Take as much out, have as much chaos as you possibly can. in the process. And
Okay.
Tinker will, if they're going to destroy the ship, then Tinker will strategically place, some fireworks that can go off at the same time the ship gets destroyed. Or, he'll set the mechanism and then we just tell them how to set it off, how to make it happen.
By fireworks, do you just mean like kill people? Okay, got it.
No, I
That's
mean
like
both.
leaving
Like we want a
tragedy.
nice, gorgeous display of fireworks at the same time
A
as
gorgeous display of death on it.
right, exactly.
Yes, you
And
stumbled onto the
I
correct answer.
will give them each 50 gold. And then we will work that out as a group on, so we can all have contributed to that. But for right now, I will
No.
pay them. I will pay them from my stash.
Okay, so, and then...
And then I will, answer any questions that they have and then stealthily exit the ship.
Okay, so, the question then becomes, because, wait, so, I, like, how are we supposed to do this, though?
Right. So then I'm going to instruct them on the explosives will be set. Our Tinker's doing that. And I'll explain to them this is the firing mechanism. You'll have XYZ amount of time to get off the ship.
So Tinker is going and setting that stuff up right now?
Yes.
Okay, so in
stealthily.
that case, then...
Like maybe passing stuff down to Bortle sticking it at the bottom of the ship or whatever, like on the side of the ship, the place that it needs to be to do the most damage, to create the biggest explosion. I maybe ask them, like, do they have anything explosive on board? I asked these two gentlemen.
There's some stuff down below. There's not too much.
Is there crew down below?
A few people. About three or so.
Okay. Then maybe Tinker is just going to give them the device that needs to be planted, and tell them how to detonate it, and let them know that they have, a minute to get off the ship before it blows. But we need you to put this device next to your explosive items down below. And when you see the signal, you're gonna set it to blow. And you have a minute to get off the ship.
What about the rest of the crew?
You can tell the rest of the crew to get off the ship as well. You can do what you want. You can either tell them to get off. You could not say anything. You could, you can grab them and go. That's entirely up to you. If there's somebody that you don't like on this ship, you can leave them behind.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that.
Everybody deducts 20 gold from your inventory.
Nope.
Good thing I have all of Tinker's gold too.
Yep.
That hardly made a 10.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Tinker, for your proud contributions.
Okay.
Tinker stabs you while you're sleeping.
Bortle doesn't sleep.
Everyone closes their eyes.
Do they have any more questions for me?
Bortle's actually a warforged.
Yeah.
No, now that I mean I think they have everything that they are looking for. I think they understand the plan.
Okay.
Shrink this down. Now this little fat guy.
I feel like I want to do one of those like fall off the side of the ship, and like they expect to
Land
hear
on.
a splash, but no splash sound is made because I just land nicely on Bortle's back and get floated, get swum back to shore.
Portal no surf.
Yeah.
To
I
Cinnabar
mean-
Island we go.
It's a pretty solid move. So
Okay,
let's
so
see.
ship secured, fireworks secured, explosives secured. I would like to burn out some taverns and use this alchemist flasks. Can I contact? Can I have my underground syndicate contact? Oh, bitch. Get a couple kids. Can we pay off a couple kids to like throw some alchemist fire at taverns? Maybe like
Jesus
3,
Christ.
4.
That's
Would they be policing it? Would like the Theodar be policing it?
like the area
Policing
around.
the area?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and then that goes into the tension stuff.
Huh. Nobody pays
Of-
attention to homeless children. Nobody wants to see them. They're unseen.
Duh, blow them up.
Yeah. They don't make people feel good. People feel bad when they see peasant homeless children, so they pretend that they don't see them. So they're the
Duh.
perfect people to create
Yeah, right.
chaos and mischief.
They're everywhere. There's 3 in my house now, and I just,
Exactly.
I turn on the
I need
lights
to-
and they
I need to
scatter, and
step
I'm like,
on them
I'm
and turn
pretty
the light
sure
on.
they're behind the
They're like
couch.
goddamn roaches, and they don't leave when the light comes on.
Where is?
I tell them that they could pick 4 different taverns at random. Doesn't matter their locations, but they need to be in theater.
I know a place
Why?
back where my
Why does it
family
need to
comes
be
from.
in Theodar?
I'll go blow that one up. Bye.
you want the gold or not, kid?
Well, I'm talking my contact.
Right. This is the kit.
Well, because the person who's commissioned this job said it needs to be in theater. Do you want the gold or not?
Well, not, bitch.
I was like, well, I'm not talking to the kid. But do you want the fucking gold or not? You don't fucking pay me.
What are you talking about? Yeah, I do. The hell?
Do you?
You just doing shit for me for free. Come on. We know that that's not our relationship.
It's just my money just comes from free.
I pay you, you pay them.
Okay. And you're giving the alchemist fire?
Yeah. So I'll give my contact the 4 flasks of alchemist fire, and I'll give him
Be right
a
back.
partial up front, and then when the 4 places burn, I will give him the remainder for him, and then what he's going to pay off to the kids. I think the kids would do it for wicked cheap, especially since they're homeless.
Goddamn kids.
Okay, sorry. I
They'd
need
practically
to
do it for
run
fun.
the dog out real quick. I'll be right back.
The dog? What? Actually, I have to go use the restroom, but I like the idea of saying, I gotta let the dog out. I'll be right back. So, I'll be right back.
Okay, sorry about that. Fucking dog. Alright, so the ship is in place. The kids, you're giving money as well for that? As well as the alchemist fire provided. And Jen, you are muted. If you're there. Okay. While we wait for that answer, does anyone else have anything else they're trying to set up for distractions?
Just got back. Sorry.
No worries.
Was I supposed to do something?
So I was curious if you were also putting any money in for the kids to take care of their stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah. Kids do it on the cheap, like 5 gold each kid. There's 4 of them, so it'll be 20 gold, and we'll pay the contact 10 gold. So he'll get 5 gold. The kids will get paid off after the job is done, and the contact will get the 5 gold now. I'll just give him 5 gold now, and then and I'll pay the contact. We can pay the kids later.
Okay. All right. So those two things are in place. I don't know how much time you really have to really get much more. If anyone had any plans or thoughts that they wanted to throw out there in addition to that, but if not, I'm thinking that we're actually going to start next week with we're stepping foot forward, last chance, set everything off. That's the plan, sort of thing.
Sounds good.
Like we have to get everyone into position because right now you guys are kind of, here-ish. I don't like doing it.
Yeah,
all
we'll
at
start
once.
making our way to the fortress. Tom can cast invisibility on the 3 people that he thinks needs it most. And
Okay.
then go in.
And then we
We
do
want to
it.
go in before the distractions, so this way they're not like on lockdown necessarily.
And we
And then
do
set
it.
off
Right.
distractions.
And in addition to the whole
Right
Yonta.
before the Santa Claus dies.
Right.
Yep.
Don't die yet. Okay.
Okay. Are we calling
right,
it quits tonight?
Yeah, if anyone has any other thoughts on that, let's fucking hear them. Otherwise, we're good for the night, and we'll plan on, like I said, actually getting into it, getting into position, setting everything off, getting the timing all down, and we go from there. But
All right. Explosivo. Awesome.
Explosivo. So, okay,
Good
very
night,
cool.
peeps.
Good night,
We will
everybody.
see you guys next week.
Good night.
All right,
Have
later.
a
Good night.
great night. Later, everybody.